Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is Never Age TV, guys. Hey, welcome. If you are new here, you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome again, guys. Today I'm reminded of a guest who overstayed. Guys. A guest comes to visit you, and you offer space, because these are the days when you needed to help somebody in need. It is the days we just got employed, and we were young. It was our first. It was my first employment. I just got a job, and guys, on getting a job, I was very lucky. All my peers admired me. They were like, "Oh, you are lucky, you got a job." Because getting a job is something. Because many finish their school terms and their colleges, and they don't even get a place to go to. So when you get a job, you are privileged, and everybody admires you. So I got a job, and my friends could not help but congratulate me. That is the time I was living in that single room in Pangani, guys. This is in Nairobi. I have to say where I was living. It is in Pangani. That's why I said in the previous video I was able to walk to town daily when tamaking. Before I got that job, I was able to walk, and because town is near, or was near, or is still near. Pangani is still near to town. Still, you can walk to town and save that bus fare. So guys, it was those days that I got that job, and my girlfriend was tamaking looking for a job, and guys, it is in me to help. It is in me to help. To this day, I'll go out of my way to help somebody in need. And that is what I did when my girlfriend came asking if she can move in with me. And I was quick to welcome her. And I said, okay, for how long? And she was like, okay, somebody has promised me a job somewhere, so I'll not take so much time in your place. Immediately I start working, you will help me get a place like this one of yours, and I will move out of your house. And I was happy, because let me tell you guys, did you get lonely the first days you got your first jobs? Entering that single room of yours in the evening, you do not even know a neighbor, you are so scared of the city life, you don't want to even go to the kiosk or to the shops at night, and you are just there. So you fear the neighbor. And you know what, we were fetching water outside, so you are just going to fetch water at the tap and getting back to your single room, and you are cooking in your stove there alone, and you don't even know a neighbor. And guys, you are there. So what happens is, if you happen to get a friend, you feel like okay, life is not so boring, because when you have a friend, then you are lucky. So this friend of mine who came and said, okay, I've been promised a job, so can I please stay with you for some time? I get a job, and after that you will assist me get a place for myself like this one of yours. Guys, we used to fight like, oh, owning a single room, having a single room to yourself was like, oh, it was like owning a mansionette, guys. Yours, just yours and yours alone. It was a milestone, having a place that you can call yours, locking in the morning and unlocking in the evening. Hey guys, are you joking? Kawagithaka. That means kawagithaka. Kwani umecheza? Hey, don't joke. I was having that place of mine. I could come and I could rock in the morning and unrock in the evening when I'm coming from work. Hey, nilikuwa mbele. I was ahead. I had a house in Nairobi, and on weekends I could go home to my mother's home, and I could boast, you know, in my kwangu, in my place, in my house. You know, you are just 19 and you are talking about your praise. Gosh, imagine. You are talking about your... And here, I told you in another video, I had refused to go to college, guys. So I was like, this life of saying kwangu was so sweet, not knowing what is going to happen to me after that, because I wish I knew. I would have taken my courses earlier and finished in good time and looked for a good job. But I was like, I want to rush before life. Don't you ever rush before life. Go at a pace of life. Don't rush before life. Go at life's pace. Because wanting to have a house that you can call your own and it is a single room was not the best thing. But anyway, I was there. My friend comes and she's admiring me that I have a place. She stays with me. Guys, we only stayed well for the very first 3 days. You are hosting somebody who doesn't have a job. And here you also is having that job that I told you for sweeping. I got a job to sweep. I was sweeping and I was calling it a job. Yeah, forgive me. I'm laughing and there are people who sweep. Forgive me. I'm not laughing because sweeping job is not good. It is good so long as it is placing a plate of food on your table. So, as for me, it was serving me. It was placing a plate of food on my table, and I was very proud of it. So and my friend was like, Jane, what do you do where you work? And I was saying, oh, you know, there we... I'm a receptionist. I just receive customers at the counter. So I was telling my friend that I'm a receptionist at a counter. And guys, as you see me, I'm doing some job here, down here. as I do this video. And these are the things that reminded me of the days that I'll past. Guys, I didn't even want my friend to know what I was doing. I used to tell her that I'm that I work at a receptionist, as a receptionist in a shop. How do you work as a receptionist in a shop? You know, in a shop, you are only supposed to maybe work as a sales representative or a sales girl. You receive customers, you sell to them. And here I was saying, I'm a receptionist. Where? In a shop, in town. Anyway, these stories are very sweet, because let me tell you guys, I am sure even you who is listening to these stories, you must have gone through a situation. It's only that people don't like talking. It must be at that stage of life when you came, maybe you got your first job, you have a story to tell. You must have a story to tell. And mine was like, I called now a friend to my house. Or she requested to come and sit with me, and she waited to get a feedback about the employment, where she was looking for a job, and I agreed. And she comes, and we stayed the first 2-3 days. We stayed well. But guys, the salary that I was getting there would not have been enough to host somebody for more than 2 days, because I was counting on everything, including a potato that I buy from the market. It was counted, it was budgeted for. And here she has come, she's overstaying. She went and found regret. She was not admitted, she was not given the job. And she was like, before I go home, can I also look for another job as I stay in your place? And I was like, you know, the first two evenings, the first 3 evenings, you have company and you are laughing and sleeping at 3. You are sharing thoughts of the village days, and you are there talking about your boyfriends in the village, and how somebody's son approached you and wanted you to become their girlfriend, and those stories could keep us up to 3 in the morning. But guys, let me tell you, after 3 days, food started getting very, very scarce. This lady, remember, doesn't have a coin. So we are here together, waiting to eat. From me, the person who sweeps in town, to be paid a salary of 1,200 shillings. And guys, I could not afford to feed another mouth. So here I start telling her to think of how she can exit. And she's telling me, but you are the one who told me to stay and see if I can try and get another job. And now, you know, I've been promised a praise. Don't you want to host me a little more so I can find out whether I'll get that job? And being a human being that I am, I could squeeze myself and tell her, okay, let's stay. Then one of the evenings, we are there, both of us, we don't have food. In that small cubicle, we don't have food, the two of us. And tomorrow we have to tarmac to town. At least I was leaving her behind because me, I was leaving early at about 6:45 in order to get to town by 8. And that was Pangani, so I could walk. Those people who know Pangani, it's near town. But let me tell you guys, she would wake up whatever time at about 9, so she could also go and tarmac and look for a job. And guys, she would also not get a cup of tea in the morning. And she's hungry. And here she's coming to tarmac and look for a job. Then she passes by my place of work, where I told her that I'm a receptionist. And she hears me being called from inside there, Jen, you have a visitor. And I come. I find it's her. She has passed through there. And she's like, I was passing to see if you tried to ask somebody if I can get a job around here. And she's hungry. Her lips are dry. Her lips are very dry. Mine are also dry, but at least because I have a job, I have afforded some aremis. Aremis is that oil that you you apply on your lips. So guys, this guest ended up overstaying, and we ended up getting very hungry. I will not lie to you, we ended up getting very hungry because we did not have food, and I could not afford to kick her out, neither could I afford to house her for longer than I had already done. So guys, I was caught between a rock and a hard place by hosting somebody when I could not even feed their mouths. And guys, does this happen? Did it ever happen to you? Have you ever heard of a case like that? But fortunately, that girl later found a job in a petrol station where she could also clean the place, and she used to work as a cleaner there. But can you imagine, she ended up even getting more money than I was getting, because at the petrol station she could get some tips somewhere. But me at the shop, people are asking me to give them a discount, not to you know, after sweeping we could just sit there and sell. And whichever customer would come to the shop would ask maybe for a discount, but not to give a tip. So guys, a friend who overstayed, but ended up being blessed in my hands, and she is forever grateful that I housed her. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and guys, this is Never Age TV. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.